You're drifting off with WSLP AM, Big Rapids.
Sleep baseball.
The Northwoods Baseball Radio Network presents Sleep Baseball. From Sam Nolan Field in Manistee, Michigan, it's the Manistee Eagles hosting the Big Rapids Timbers of Big Rapids, Michigan. And now the voice of the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network, Wally McCarthy.
Good evening, friends. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you on WSLP AM. This evening we are back in the birdhouse, as it's affectionately known, Sam Nolan Field in Manistee, Michigan, as the Manistee Eagles host our hometown heroes, the Big Rapids Timbers. And it is a perfect night for a ball game here on the shores of Lake Michigan. 75 degrees at game time with a gentle breeze blowing in from left field. Eagles mascot Manny the Eagle is delighting the fans with his pregame antics. And a reminder to pay us a visit at sleepbaseball.com. We're excited to announce that a new Sam Nolan Field design is available in the gift shop for you Eagles fans out there. Stop by anytime at sleepbaseball.com. Let's take a gander at the starting nine for the visiting Big Rapids Timbers. Leading off, second baseman Jesus Ferguson. Batting second, shortstop Rio Nunez. First baseman Keith Castor will bat third. In the cleanup spot, right fielder Randy Chang. Blink Redderson will bat fifth, playing third base. Center fielder Dutch Moon will bat sixth. Brank Filbert will bat seventh, playing left field. Catcher Henny Oldman will bat eighth. And batting ninth, starting pitcher Beans Sorenson. Sorenson, who calls himself Captain Bender, is a colorful right-hander who features a wild knuckleball and multiple curveball variations. He enters tonight's contest with a record of 5-4, with a 4.21 ERA. And the Timbers are managed by veteran skipper Earl Gulcher. Those are the Timbers. Here are the Eagles. Leading off, shortstop Tito McCaskill. Lincoln Smathers will bat second in center field. Batting third, first baseman Gian Haggerty. Rodrigo Merrihew will be in the cleanup spot, playing second base. Left fielder Mickey Navarro will bat fifth. Batting sixth, right fielder Billy Joe Rickson. Ali Nunez will bat seventh, playing third base. Batting eighth, catcher J.B. Gantry. And batting ninth, left-handed starting pitcher Eddie Pumpernickel. This is Pumpernickel's league debut. He was recently signed by the Eagles after creating something of a buzz in a local subs league. And the Eagles are managed by Ray Chandler. And a reminder that producer Phil and I will be hitting the road next month for a barnstorming trip with the Toma Tigers. We'll be heading to extreme southeastern South Dakota as the Pumpkin Center River Rats host the Toma Tigers for an exhibition contest. And we'll be simulcasting the game on our sister station, KRGT. In the meantime, you can pay them a visit at rockgardentour.com. That's rockgardentour.com. And we'd like to thank you for all of the nice messages we've received over the Mojo Wire. And we'll attempt to read some of them on the air this evening. And Crew Chief Wilton Trumbull has signaled that it's time to play ball. So we are underway here at Sam Nolan Field. And Jesus Ferguson will step in against Eddie Pumpernickel. A lefty against righty matchup. And the first pitch of the game. And that's a fastball called strike one. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses just low, 1-1. And the 1-1. Hammered foul down the first base line, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball center field. Smathers will have room. And he puts the squeeze on it for out number one. One away, bases empty for Rio Nunez. Nunez a switch hitter, and he'll bat right against Pumpernickel. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. 0-1. Fastball cut on and missed. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. And he takes an awkward rip at another high fastball, and Nunez is down on strikes. And now Keith Castor will step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Pumpernickel kicks and delivers. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball called a strike. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Roller to first. Haggerty will have it unassisted, and he steps on the bag to end the inning. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Eddie Pumpernickel in his league debut. And it's Timbers nothing, Eagles coming up, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hey there, it's Dana Dedrick, and I'm thrilled to bring you Love Notes, where we blend the best of smooth jazz and relationship advice to create a cozy late-night listening experience. Finding love and keeping it doesn't have to be so mysterious. Tune in weeknights at 10 p.m. to unwind with some mellow melodies and get tips on how to build and maintain healthy relationships. Love Notes, weeknights at 10 p.m. on WSLP, Big Rapids.
And we're back from Sam Nolan Field in Manistee. No score as we begin the bottom of the first. And Tito McCaskill will lead things off for the Eagles against Bean Sorenson. McCaskill will bat left against Sorenson. And the pitch. And that's a looping curve that bounces in front of the plate. 1-0. And the 1-0. Line to first and right into the glove of Keith Castor for out number 1. And Lincoln Smathers will step in. 1 away, bases empty. And the pitch. Knuckleball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball called a strike on the corner. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. And that knuckler misses away. 1-2. And the 1-2. Popped up, shallow left. Filbert drifting in. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Two down, bases empty for Gian Haggerty. And the pitch. And that's a bender called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he takes an awkward hack at a knuckleball. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball low and outside. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fouled back and out of play, and we'll do it again. And the pitch. Knuckleball in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2. Knuckleball called strike 3. Haggerty doesn't like the call, and he lets Wilton Trumbull hear about it. And Bean Sorenson sets them down in order here in the bottom of the first. And it's a scoreless game as we head to the second, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
top of the second here at Sam Nolan Field on this perfect night for a ball game. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. It's a scoreless contest as Randy Chang steps in for the Timbers against the southpaw Eddie Pumpernickel. A lefty against righty matchup. And Pumpernickel's pitch. Fastball misses just inside. Ball one. And the 1-0. And that curveball will bounce in front of the plate. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Chopped foul down the first base line. 2-1. And the 2-1. And Chang crushes that one to deep left center. Smathers racing after it. And he'll watch that one sail over the wall. And that's a long, lazy home run for Randy Chang. And the Timbers strike first here in the top of the second. And they now lead 1-0. And that will bring Blink Redderson to the plate. Bases empty, nobody out. And the pitch. Fastball high and outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Hard grounder up the middle. And that one will get through the infield. And that's a base hit for Blink Redderson. Runner on first. Nobody out for Dutch Moon. And the pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 0-1. And Pumpernickel kicks and delivers. And that's a curveball downstairs. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Poked into right center field. That one will drop in for a hit. Redderson hustling around second, and he'll end up safely at third. The Timbers keep the line moving here in the top of the second with runners on the corners and nobody out. And Frank Filbert steps into the box. Pumpernickel having a quick meeting on the mound with J.B. Gantry. And now Pumpernickel's pitch. Fastball paints the corner for a called strike one. And the 0-1 pitch. Hammered foul and into the stands, and Filbert falls behind 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and in. 1-2. Pumpernickel from the stretch. Slider misses low. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater, and Filbert is down on strikes. Runners on the corners, one away for Henny Oldman. Timbers leading 1-0 here in the top of the second. And the pitch to Oldman. Curveball misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Popped up, shallow right. Rickson drifting in, and he makes the catch for out number 2. That one not deep enough to get the run in from third. 2 outs now, runners on first and third for Bean Sorenson in the pitcher spot. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And Beans will call time. And it appears he's having a conversation with someone in the stands. And now home plate umpire Wilton Trumbull will politely tell him to move it along and get back into the box. And the pitch. Fastball misses high. 1-1. And Pumpernickel's 1-1. Fouled back and out of play. 1-2. And now the 1-2 to Sorenson. Fly ball, shallow center. Routine play for Smathers. And he makes the catch to end the inning. But the Timbers get on the board here in the top of the second. And they now lead 1-0. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Tim at Baraboo Necessities. Where can you go in Baraboo to find everything you need? That's Baraboo Necessities on Berkeley Boulevard. The first 10 customers that come to our grand reopening get a Baraboo Bombers baseball cap. Baraboo Necessities, we've got what you need.
And welcome back with us on WSOP AM and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you from beautiful Sam Nolan Field here in Manistee, Michigan. The Timbers lead the Eagles 1-0 thanks to a solo home run by Randy Chang in the top half of the frame. And Rodrigo Merrihew will lead off the bottom of the second inning against Bean Sorenson. Merrihew will bat left against Sorenson. And the pitch. And that knuckler is called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 0-2. Knuckleball cut on and missed. And Merrihew is down on strikes for out number 1. And that will bring up Mickey Navarro batting left. Bottom second, Timbers leading 1-0. Sorenson delivers. Breaking ball called strike one. A lot of movement on Sorenson's pitches so far this evening. And the 0-1 pitch. Knuckleball down and in. 1-1. And the 1-1. Curveball called a strike. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Knuckler misses very high. 2-2. And the 2-2. Curveball called strike three, and Navarro is down on strikes for out number 2. And Billy Joe Rickson steps in with the bases empty, 2 outs. Timbers on top, 1-0, bottom of the second. And the pitch. Curveball down and in. 1-0. And the 1-0. Fouled back and out of play. 1-1. And the 1-1. Knuckler in the dirt. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball runs outside, and Sorenson falls behind 3-1. And the 3-1. Knuckleball high and inside. And Rickson draws a 2-out walk here in the bottom of the second. Runner on first. 2 down for Ali Nunez. Timbers leading 1-0. And Sorenson from the stretch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. And Nunez takes an awkward hack on that ephus pitch. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball left field. Filbert will have room, and he makes the catch to end the inning. With 2 in the books, it remains Timbers 1, Eagles nothing. We'll be back with the 3rd inning in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Salty Sal of Salt City Confections. In addition to our world-famous popcorn balls, try our bonbons, rock candy, and nut-covered sweetmeats. We're located on the Manistee Riverwalk next to the world's largest cupcake. Salt City Confections, your confection connection.
Top of the 3rd inning here at Sam Nolan Field. Big Rapids leading Manistee 1-0. And Jesus Ferguson steps in at the top of the Timbers order against Eddie Pumpernickel. Ferguson flied out in the 1st inning. And the pitch. Curveball called strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And now the 0-2. Slider misses outside. 1-2. And the 1-2. And Ferguson spoils that one, fouled back and into the stands. And the pitch. Line drive right center. And that one will fall into the gap. Ferguson hustling to second. And the throw to second is not in time as Ferguson slides under the tag. And that's a leadoff double for Jesus Ferguson. Runner on second. Nobody out for Rio Nunez. Nunez will bat right against Pumpernickel. And the pitch. Hammered foul of third. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he fouls another one off. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt. Nice save by Gantry. And it's 1-2. And the 1-2. And Nunez goes down swinging for out number 1. And Keith Castor will step in with a runner on second, 1 away. Castor grounded out in the first inning. And Pumpernickel delivers. High heater, cut on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball up and in. 1-1. And the 1-1 offering. Curveball in the dirt. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses way outside, and Pumpernickel falls behind 3-1. And the 3-1. Breaking ball down and in, and Castor is aboard with a 1-out walk here in the top of the third. Runners on first and second, 1 away for Randy Chang. Chang is responsible for the game's only run with a solo home run in the second inning. And the pitch. Chopped foul down the first base line. 0-1. And the 0-1. Hard hit ball to third. Nunez to second for 1. The throw to first is in time to retire Chang. And that's a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Eddie Pumpernickel works out of a jam here in the top of the third. And it remains Timbers 1, Eagles nothing. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Ed, Uncle Hat, and I'm here to talk to you about Ed Warren's house asleep. Ed and his wife Beatrice are going to have a big sale over there at the house asleep, the biggest one they've ever had. The bull barn's full to the rafters again, and they need your help clearing out a room, making space for new inventory. Special guest Raleigh Bozeman III, the Northwoods baseball radio organist, is going to be there. And Newman, the dancing bear, will be there too. So bring your kids. Remember, you don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Warren's house asleep.
And welcome back with us from Sam Nolan Field here in beautiful Manistee, Michigan. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. The Timbers lead the Eagles 1-0 as we begin the bottom of the third. And J.B. Gantry steps in against Bean Sorenson. And Sorenson's pitch. Looping curveball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And that's a knuckler off the plate. 1-1. The 1-1. That knuckler dances in there for a called strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. Grounder to first. Caster will have it unassisted, and he steps on the bag to retire Gantry. And that will bring up Eddie Pumpernickel in the pitcher spot for the Eagles. And this will be his first plate appearance in the league. And he gets a nice round of applause from the hometown crowd. And the pitch. And he fouls that one back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a low curve. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And he slaps that one into the gap in left center that will drop in for a hit. Pumpernickel heading for second. The throw, and he slides in safely under the tag. And that's a one-out double for Eddie Pumpernickel in his first league at-bat. Pumpernickel did a head-first slide into the bag and kind of wriggled around the tag. And it looks like the new Eagles pitcher has some pretty good speed on the base pass. Runner on second. One away for the top of the Manistee order, Tito McCaskill. McCaskill lined out in the first inning. And Sorenson from the stretch. Curveball runs outside for ball one. And the 1-0. Dancing Knuckler finds the zone for a called strike one. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball cut on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fly ball, shallow center. Routine play for Moon. And he makes the catch for out number 2. That one not deep enough for Pumpernickel to advance to third. 2 down, runner on second for Lincoln Smathers. And the pitch. Fouled, backing out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he takes a huge hack at a dancing Knuckler. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Roller to first. Caster will have it unassisted. And he steps on the bag to end the inning. The Eagles strand a man on second here in the bottom of the third. And with 3 in the books, it remains Timbers 1, Eagles nothing. We'll be back with the 4th inning in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
It's the top of the 4th here at Sam Nolan Field in Manistee, Michigan. The Timbers leading 1-0. And Blink Redderson will step in against Eddie Pumpernickel. Redderson had a base hit in the second inning. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air to right center. And that one will drop in for a base hit. And Redderson is aboard with a leadoff single here in the fourth. And Dutch Moon will step in with a runner on first, nobody out. Timbers leading 1-0, top of the fourth. And Pumpernickel from the stretch. Fastball up and in, and that will brush Moon off the plate. And the 1-0. Curveball in there for a called strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider downstairs. 2-1. And the 2-1. And he takes a wild hack at a high heater. 2-2. And a 2-2. Fastball upstairs, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Scorched to third. Diving stop by Nunez. He fires to second to retire Redderson. No chance to turn a double play. And Dutch Moon is aboard on the fielder's choice. Runner on first. One away for Brank Filbert. Filbert struck out in the second inning. And the pitch. Hammered foul down the first base line and into the stands. 0-1. And the 0-1. Slider bounces in the dirt. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. fastball cut on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2. Broken bat grounder to short. McCaskill to second for 1. Over to first. In time to retire Filbert. And that's a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. And after 3.5, it remains Timbers 1, Eagles nothing. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Gent Fredner, Mayor of Big Rapids. I'd like to invite you to tune in to the Quint Cities Celebrity Golf Invitational, or even better, join us in person. Guests include Galvin McLeod Jr., Blinky Malone, Fritz Ortega. Oh, and did I mention Beans Captain Bender Sorensen? Join me, Gent Fredner, Quint City Celebrity Golf Invitational, only on WSLP.
And welcome back with us on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil reporting from the Birdhouse, Sam Nolan Field here in Manistee, Michigan. The Timbers lead 1-0 as we begin the bottom of the 4th. And Gian Haggerty is due up against Beans Sorenson. Beans is pitching well this evening. He's only allowed 1 hit through the first 3 frames. A lot of wild movement on his knuckleball and his famous bender. And Sorenson kicks and delivers. Hit in the air down the third base line. That one will drop in fair territory and roll all the way to the wall. Haggerty heading for second. And he will reach easily. And that's a stand-up double for Gian Haggerty to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Runner on second. Nobody out for Rodrigo Merrihew. Merrihew, a switch hitter who will bat left against Sorenson. Bottom of the 4th, Timbers leading 1-0. And the pitch. Knuckleball paints the corner for a called strike 1. And the 0-1. Merrihew gets just a piece of that curveball, fouled off and out of play. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Knuckleball in the dirt. 1-2. And Sorenson's 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Chang is there. And he makes the catch for the first out of the Eagles' fourth. Runner on second. One away for Mickey Navarro. Navarro struck out looking in the second inning. And the pitch. And he looks at a curveball for strike one. And the 0-1. And he fouls that one back and out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball left field. Routine play for Filbert. And he puts the squeeze on it for out number 2. And that will bring up Billy Joe Rickson with a runner on second and 2 down. Rickson drew a walk in the second inning. Bottom of the fourth, Timbers leading 1-0. Sorenson from the stretch. Knuckleball runs high, 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball cut on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that knuckler misses way outside. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Chopped foul down the first base line. 2-2. And the 2-2. And he drops the bender on him for a called strike 3 to end the inning. The Eagles strand a man on second, and with 4 in the books, it remains Big Rapids 1, Manistee 0. We'll be back with the 5th inning after these messages here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
$10.3 AV. Specializing in Betamax and multi-regional DVD. The only such service in the Quint City area. $10.3 AV.
Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you for the top of the fifth here at Sam Nolan Field in Manistee, Michigan. Big Rapids leading 1-0 as Henny Oldman steps in against Eddie Pumpernickel. Oldman flied out in the second inning. And Pumpernickel's pitch. Slider in the dirt. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball right down Main Street. 1-1. And the 1-1. Slider in there for a called strike. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fastball down and in. 2-2. And the pitch. Another fastball downstairs, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Liner to short and right into the glove of McCaskill for out number 1. Bases empty, one away for Bean Sorenson in the pitcher's spot. Sorenson flied out to center field in the second inning. Top of the fifth, Big Rapids leading 1-0. And the pitch. And Beans does not offer at that outside fastball. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Curveball downstairs. 2-0. And the 2-0. Fastball cut on and missed. 2-1. The 2-1. Fastball runs high, and Pumpernickel falls behind. 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. Another high fastball. And Sorenson is aboard with a one-out walk here in the top of the 5th. And Jesus Ferguson will step in at the top of the Timbers order. Ferguson 1 for 2 with a double in the 3rd. And Pumpernickel from the stretch. Off-speed pitch misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0 to Ferguson. Fouled back and out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater. 1-2. And the 1-2. Hammered to right field. That one will drop in front of Rickson for a hit. Beans is heading for 3rd. And he's in standing up. Runners on the corners for the Timbers here in the top of the 5th. Timbers leading 1-0. And Rio Nunez will step in. Nunez 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts this evening. And Pumpernickel from the stretch. Hit on the ground to 2nd. Merrihew steps on the bag for 1. Fires to 1st in time to retire Nunez. And that's an inning-ending 4-3 double play. And after 4.5, it remains Timbers 1, Manistee 0. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hey kids, this is Blink Rederson. I'm here at Ted's Fishing World, and I just want to say they've got some great deals for people that like to fish or wish they could fish. They have reels, and they have lures, and they have bait. RLB, they call it. You can get the RLB specials 25% off if you mention my name, Blink Rederson. Ted's Fishing World. If fishing's in your head, trust Ted. Ted.
And welcome back with us here at Sam Nolan Field. This contest is turning into something of a pitcher's duel. The Timbers hold a 1-0 lead against the Eagles as we enter the bottom of the 5th. And Ali Nunez will step in against Bean Sorenson. Nunez flied out in the 2nd inning. And the pitch. And that knuckler gets away from Sorenson. That one is off the screen behind the plate. And the 1-0. Fouled back and out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that curveball paints the corner for a called strike. 1-2. And the 1-2. Line drive right back to the mound. Sorenson somehow able to spear that one for out number 1. Bases empty. 1 away for J.B. Gantry. Bottom of the 5th. Timbers leading 1-0. And Sorenson's pitch. Curveball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he takes an awkward hack at a dancing knuckler. 0-2. And the 0-2. Curveball in the dirt. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a bender. And Nunez is down on strikes. Two outs. Bases empty for Eddie Pumpernickel in the pitcher's spot. Pumpernickel had a double in his first league at-bat in the 3rd inning. And the pitch. Slider misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Knuckler called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball cut on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2 from Sorenson. Swing and a miss on a knuckler in the dirt. And Pumpernickel strikes out to end the inning. And that's a 1-2-3, bottom of the fifth for Captain Bender. With 5 in the books, it remains Timbers 1, Eagles nothing. We'll be back with the 6th inning here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Ed Uncle Hat for Ed Horton's House of Sleep. Ed called me up the other day to help get the word out for his going out for business sale. Seems Ed fell asleep at the wheel there, and the pole barn is stacked to the rafters with mattresses, headboards, lamps, his new gummies they got there behind the counter. They're supposed to help you sleep. I tried one the other day, and I slept like a baby. I woke up every 3 hours. That's an old joke. Actually, I slept for a day and a half, but that's neither here nor there. They don't have essential oils at the moment because of the mishap, but Beatrice is fine. Anyway, come on down to Ed Horton's House of Sleep. You don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Horton's House of Sleep.
Top of the 6th from Sam Nolan Field here in Manistee. The Timbers leading 1-0. And Keith Castor will step in to face Eddie Pumpernickel. Castor grounded out in the first and walked in the third. And Pumpernickel kicks and delivers. And Castor swings and misses on a high heater for strike 1. And the 0-1. Slider misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul of third. 1-2. And the 1-2. Looper into shallow left. And that one will drop in for a base hit. And that's a leadoff single for Keith Castor here in the 6th. A runner on first and nobody out for Randy Chang. Chang responsible for the game's only run with his solo homer in the 2nd inning. And Pumpernickel from the stretch. Fastball upstairs, 1-0. And the 1-0. And that fastball is called a strike. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a high curve. And Chang is down on strikes. And that will bring up Blink Redderson with 1 on and 1 out. Redderson with a pair of singles this evening. Top of the 6th, Timbers leading 1-0. And the pitch to Redderson. Fastball downstairs, 1-0. And the 1-0. Another low fastball, 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. Curveball called a strike. 2-1. And the 2-1. Fly ball deep center. Smathers racing back. And he makes a spectacular catch on the warning track. And he'll fire to first. And that's going to be an inning-ending double play. Castor thought that ball was going to leave the yard. And he was well around second when Smathers made the catch. Score that one 8-3. And after 5.5, it remains Timbers 1, Eagles nothing. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
And welcome back with us from the Birdhouse, Sam Nolan Field here in Manistee, Michigan. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil reporting. The Timbers hold on to a 1-0 lead over the Eagles as we begin the bottom of the 6th. And Tito McCaskill will step in at the top of the Manistee order against Captain Bender, Bean Sorenson, who is certainly living up to his self-appointed nickname this evening. He's kept the Eagles scoreless thus far and only allowed 2 hits. And the pitch to McCaskill. And that one is pulled into right field. Chang is drifting over. and he makes the catch for out number 1. Bases empty, 1 away for Lincoln Smathers. Bottom of the 6th, Timbers leading 1-0. And the pitch. Knuckleball paints the corner for a called strike 1. And the 0-1. Curveball downstairs, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. And that's a rare fastball from Sorenson called strike 2. And the 1-2. Knuckleball misses outside, 2-2. And the 2-2. Bender called strike 3. And Smathers is down on strikes for out number 2. And that's the 7th strikeout of the evening for Bean Sorenson. And that will bring Gian Haggerty to the plate. Haggerty is 1 for 2 with a double in the 4th. 2 down, bases empty, bottom of the 6th. And the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. And that one will get through the infield for a base hit. And that's a 2-out single for Haggerty here in the 6th. Runner on first, 2 down for Rodrigo Merrihew, who is 0 for 2 this evening. And Sorenson from the stretch. Curveball paints the corner for a called strike 1. And the 0-1. Slow roller down the third base line. Redderson shading left of the bag will get there, but no chance for him to make a play. And that's a 2-out single for Merrihew. And the Eagles have runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And that will bring up Mickey Navarro, who is 0 for 2 this evening. And the pitch to Navarro. Curveball in the dirt, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back and into the Eagles' dugout. 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled back and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2. Knuckler misses outside. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Nunez has it and fires to first in time to retire Navarro to end the inning. Captain Bender works out of a jam here in the bottom of the sixth. The Eagles strand a pair and do not score. And with 6 in the books, it remains Timbers 1, Eagles nothing. We'll be back with the 7th inning in a moment here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is the Reverend Ira Gay for the Buckstop Inn Community Theater. I hope you'll join me for their production of Our Town. The Buckstop Inn Community Theater. Making things happen.
Top of the 7th from Sam Nolan Field here in Manistee. It's a perfect night for a ball game, and Dutch Moon steps in for the Timbers against Eddie Pumpernickel. Timbers leading 1-0. And the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. 1-0. And the 1-0. Hammered foul and into the stands. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And he fouls another one off. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fly ball right field. Routine play for Rickson. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Base is empty. 1 away for Brank Filbert. Filbert is 0 for 2 this evening. Timbers leading 1-0. Top of the 7th. And the pitch. Fastball called, strike 1. And the 0-1. Fouled, backing out of play. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a low curve. And Filbert is down on strikes. Two outs, bases empty for Henny Oldman. And the pitch. Chopped fouled on the third base line. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses downstairs. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 1-2. Fouled backhand out of play and will do it again. And the pitch. Slow roller to first. Haggerty will have it unassisted. And he steps on the bag to end the inning. Eddie Pumpernickel sets them down in order here in the top of the 7th. And as we head into the stretch, it remains Big Rapids 1, Manistee nothing. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Winston T. Winston, president of WSLP Radio. I'd like to invite you to the Big Rapids Airport Lounge for a special night of fun and brevity with Frank Gilbert. It's WSLP night on the main stage, and fun is guaranteed for all. The 2-for-1 margaritas go well with the comedy stylings of Frank Gilbert and Fritz Ortega's Super Nachos. I hope to see you at WSLP night at the Big Rapids Airport Lounge. Save a seat for me, Winston T. Winston.
And we're back with you from the Birdhouse, Sam Nolan Field here in Manistee for the bottom of the 7th inning. The Timbers lead the Eagles 1-0 as Billy Joe Rickson steps in against Bean Sorenson. Rickson walked in the second and struck out in the fourth. And he'll bat left against Captain Bender. And the pitch. Looping curveball just paints the corner for a called strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he takes an awkward whiff at a dancing knuckler. 0-2. The 0-2 from Sorenson. Curveball misses downstairs. 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a knuckleball. Rickson fooled badly on that one, and he's down on strikes for out number 1. Base is empty. 1 down for Ali Nunez. Bottom of the 7th. Timbers leading 1-0. And Sorenson delivers. Curveball cut on and missed. 0-1. And the 0-1. And Nunez is way out in front of that knuckler. 0-2. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss on an Ephus pitch. And Nunez strikes out for out number 2. And J.B. Gantry will step in with 2 down and nobody aboard here in the bottom of the 7th. And now, home plate umpire Wilton Trumbull is examining the ball from that last sequence. And he's going to call the other umpires over for a meeting of the minds. And they're going to head to the mound to have a word with Captain Bender. And now Timbers manager Earl Gulcher will trot out to the mound. The umpiring crew now asking Beans to empty his pockets. And now Beans is going to get tossed out of the game. And he saunters back to the dugout. Earl Gulcher is heating up Wilton Trumbull's ear. And now he's been tossed from the game and he'll stomp off the field. And Trumbull is holding something in his hand and pointing to it. Producer Phil with the binoculars tells me it appears to be a small lemon zester, apparently used to doctor the baseballs. So we'll have a new pitcher coming in for Sorenson here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back in a moment here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. This is Winston T. Winston, president of WSLP. I would like to cordially invite you to WSLP Circus Days at the Carpetland parking lot on Colfax. Look for the large circus tent and the clowns making balloon sculptures. Balloons provided by Mr. King's Party Goods. There will be hot dogs and chips and snow cones and cotton candy, blue and pink flavors. Please join me, Winston T. Winston, Wally McCarthy, and Blink Rederson, and other special guests to be announced at WSLP Circus Days at the Carpetland parking lot on Colfax this weekend. Thank you.
All right, we're back with you from the birdhouse after a fair bit of drama. In case you're just joining us, home plate umpire and crew chief Wilton Trumbull noticed something strange about a baseball that Sorenson had pitched. It appears that the umpiring crew discovered a device on Sorenson's person. Producer Phil believes it was a miniature lemon zester, but we'll confirm that with you as details emerge. Subsequently, Beans was tossed from the game, as was Timbers manager Earl Gulcher for arguing a bit too forcefully. So it's the bottom of the 7th. Timbers closer Buddy Dwyer has entered the game in relief. And he'll face J.B. Gantry here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs and nobody on. The lead for the Timbers is thin as turnip soup as they lead 1-0. And Dwyer's pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball misses downstairs. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-1. And the 2-1. And J.B. Gantry gets all of that one. That's a long, lazy home run. And the Eagles have tied the game at 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. And here comes Eddie Pumpernickel, who will bat for himself with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. righty against lefty. And Dwyer's pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 0-1. And the 0-1. Slider misses low. 1-1. And the 1-1. Bouncer back to the mound. Dwyer handles it and tosses to first in time to retire Pumpernickel to end the inning. But the Eagles tie the game thanks to the solo home run by J.B. Gantry. And with 7 in the books, this game is tied at 1. We'll be back with the 8th inning in a moment here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
It's the top of the 8th here at Sam Nolan Field. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. The Timbers and the Eagles are tied at 1, and Royce Babcock will step in to bat for Timbers reliever Buddy Dwyer. Eddie Pumpernickel returns to the mound for Manistee. And Pumpernickel kicks and delivers. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fouled back and out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball misses low. 1-2. And the 1-2. Popped up shallow left. Nunez drifting back. And he makes the catch for out number 1. And that will bring up Jesus Ferguson at the top of the Timbers order. Bases empty, 1 away. Top of the 8th, game tied at 1. And the pitch. Fouled backhand out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Hard grounder to short. McCaskill scoops it up and fires to first to retire Ferguson for out number 2. And Rio Nunez steps in with 2 down, bases empty here in the top of the 8th. Nunez is 0 for 3 this evening. And the pitch. Curveball runs inside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Hammered foul down the third base line. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater. And Nunez strikes out to end the inning. Eddie Pumpernickel sets them down in order here in the top of the 8th. And we're still tied at 1 here at Sam Nolan Field. And we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
$10.3 AV. Specializing in Betamax and multi-regional DVD. The only such service in the Quint City area. $10.3 AV.
And welcome back with us from Sam Nolan Field in Manistee. And we're tied at 1 as we begin the bottom of the 8th. Right-handed Timbers reliever Wayne Hensley will take the mound. And he'll face Tito McCaskill at the top of the Manistee order. McCaskill is uncharacteristically 0 for 3 in tonight's ball game. And Hensley's pitch. Fastball called strike 1. And the 0-1. Fouled backhand out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball shallow center. And that one will drop in for a base hit. And McCaskill is aboard with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner on first. Nobody out for Lincoln Smathers. And the pitch. Pulled foul down the third base line. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-1. And the 2-1. Hard grounder to short. Nunez to second for 1. Over to first in time to retire Smathers. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. Two outs. Bases empty for Gian Haggerty. Haggerty is 2 for 3 this evening. And Hensley's pitch. Fastball runs high. 1-0. And the 1-0. Slider misses low. 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. Hit in the air to deep right. Still going back. And that one is going to sail over the wall in right. And that's a solo home run for Gian Haggerty here in the bottom of the 8th. And the Eagles now lead 2-1. Two outs. Base is empty for Rodrigo Merrihew, who is 1 for 3 this evening. And Hensley kicks and delivers. Slider paints the corner for a called strike 1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Popped up left side. Nunez is under it. And he makes the catch to end the inning. But the Eagles pull ahead thanks to the solo home run by Gian Haggerty. And with 8 in the books, it's Eagles 2, Timbers 1. We'll be back with the 9th inning in a moment here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Giovanni Gasparo. When I was a kid, we did all kinds of crazy things, like stand on our heads and eat a cracker. Later, some of my friends had turned to their drugs, and all kinds of things happened to them. This has been Giovanni Gasparo with the PSA for WSLP.
And we're back from the birdhouse, Sam Nolan Field here in Manistee. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. The Eagles are trying to hold on to their 2-1 lead and win the game here in the top of the ninth. Right-handed Eagles closer Chad Vizcaino will take the mound, and he'll face Keith Castor batting left. Castor is 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit in the 6th inning. And Vizcaino delivers. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball cut on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2. Fastball misses outside. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2. Grounder to first. Haggerty will have it unassisted, and he steps on the bag to retire Castor for out number 1. And Randy Chang will step in with 1 away and the base is empty. Chang is 1 for 3 with a solo home run in the 2nd inning. Eagles leading 2-1, top of the 9th. And Vizcaino's pitch. Hammered foul and into the stands. 0-1. And the 0-1. High heater cut on and missed. 0-2. And the 0-2. Slider misses low. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses outside. 2-2. And the 2-2. Dribbler back to the mound. Vizcaíno scoops it up and tosses to first to retire Chang for out number 2. And Blink Redderson will represent the final chance for the Timbers this evening. Top of the ninth, 2 down, Eagles leading 2-1. And the pitch. And Redderson looks at a fastball outside for ball 1. And the 1-0. Fouled back and out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And he fouls another one off. 1-2. The Timbers now down to their final strike. And the pitch. And he fouls off another one to stay alive, and will do it again. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. And Redderson strikes out to end the ball game. The Eagles battle back in the 8th, and they take this one 2-1. For the victorious Manistee Eagles, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. And for the visiting Big Rapids Timbers, 1 run on 7 hits, no errors. Eddie Pumpernickel gets the win in his league debut, so he's now 1-0 on the season. Producer Phil and I will be back with the post-game show in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.